too?
No. I mean, how arrogant are you?
I'm not arrogant at all.
Call of Duty World War II Zombie sucks.
The problem with The Darkest Shore is that it is the lowest effort zombies map that I have ever seen in my entire life. Lowest effort zombies map that I have ever seen in my entire life.
This girl, this beautiful girl with eyes the size of the ocean.
The trailer for Call of Duty World War II has been dropped and people could not be less interested about World War II zombies. So today we're gonna find out why.
This man, this beautiful man, he's got this mixed up emotion.
The gameplay in World War II Zombies suffers from some issues, and I'm not gonna go too much in detail, that's gonna be for another video, but there's one major issue I have to address. The different amount of zombie variants in this game is obnoxious, specifically these armor-stealing douchebags. From round 11, 1 spawns per round. From round 21, 2 spawn per round, and starting from round 29, 3 of them can spawn per round. That's a lot, and not to mention you still have regular zombies, pests, bombers, brenners, and in the case of The Darkest Shore, these assholes to deal with. There are different ways you can fix this problem. The easiest solution would be to get rid of them altogether, but some could argue that that could make the game a little too easy. Okay, so if you don't want to get rid of them, you can make it so that whenever you shoot them and they start chasing you, they can't change the direction that they're running in. You can make it so that they can only run in a straight line. But then again, that would kind of ruin the whole purpose of them being there in the first place. Another thing you can do is to nerf their spawn rates so that they spawn every other round or every 3 rounds instead of spawning every round. The problem with that would be, since both the Final Reich and the Darkest Shore have Easter egg steps and weapon upgrade steps that rely on us interacting with these guys, it could potentially make those steps incredibly hard to do. So that is another counter argument to take into consideration as well. Well, instead of doing any of those things, you could just nerf their health to a point where you could kill them a lot easier, or you could make their head another weak spot in their body, just like their spines. Or, and I feel like this is the best solution so far, you could just give us a wonder weapon to one-shot kill these guys with. Make it a buildable so that the people who know how to obtain that weapon, who took the time to build that weapon, are rewarded for their hard work. Do something, anything, so that the wusslings no longer ruin the casual aspect of the gameplay.
Gotta get up, I gotta get up, boom. Gotta get up, I gotta get up, boom. Gotta get up, I gotta get up, boom. Na, 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 na.
The progression system in World War II Zombies is lackluster at best. Look at games like Black Ops 3 or Infinite Warfare, for example. You could level up your guns, and that in and out of itself could give you a reason to want to play the game over and over again. But in World War II Zombies, that's not a thing, and that really hurts the replay value of the game mode. And on top of that, you don't get a permanent unlock token by prestiging, so there's really no reason to prestige anyway. Well, there's one reason, and that's to earn supply drops, but right now, there's no incentive for me to want to open up supply drops because the consumables are really not that good. The only thing of any value in a zombie supply drop are these self-revives, and that's about it. So I really hope in DLC 2, we get better consumables and a better progression system.
Gotta get up, I gotta get up, boom. Gotta get up, I gotta get up, boom. Gotta get up, I gotta get up, boom. Na, 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 na.
World War War II Zombies overall suffers from a lack of content, to be specific, side Easter eggs. I know there is one side Easter egg in the Darkest Shore that people are still trying to solve, but it's just not enough at this point. Side Easter eggs is one thing that I feel like even if you have a lot of it in one map, it could never really hurt the game. It could only make the map better. It could only make it more exciting. I would love to see the different developers try to outdo each other when putting side Easter eggs in their maps. If Cameron Dayton, who's the developer of World War II Zombies, acknowledges that he is in competition with Lee Ross and Jason Blundell in making a better Zombies game, then he will try even harder to win over the fans by doing more. I hate this argument of World War II Zombies and IW Zombies should not be compared to Treyarch because they're different developers. That argument falls flat on so many levels. It just becomes invalid when you realize the fact that they're developing the same game mode. So they absolutely should be compared to Treyarch, and they should try and do better than each other. It's healthy competition, and it could only be beneficial to the players. People don't find the World War II Zombies maps to be good enough because the maps that they played in Black Ops 3 and IW has more content in terms of story and side Easter eggs and everything in general. So when they look at World War II Zombies, it doesn't impress or intrigue them because they've seen better. Lack of variety is essentially killing this game. Look at the Darkest Shore. It's just too similar to the Final Reich. You have the same textures, same color palette, same music, same characters, same character quotes, same pack-a-punch camos, same zombie types, and the same dog rounds. They're too similar. Also, it doesn't help that the game mode has a gimmick. The gimmick is that it's a horror-based zombies game. Zombies is a replayable game mode, and giving it gimmicks is just a bad idea. If you put your game mode in a certain mold, throughout the DLC cycle, it becomes really hard to innovate and show people things they haven't seen before because you have to preserve that gimmick. So we get the Final Reich, which was dark and scary, and then we got the Darkest Shore, which was dark and scary, and now we're getting the Shadowed Throne, which is dark and scary. IW Zombies suffered from the same thing too. We got a colorful map with dancing zombies, colorful with dancing zombies, and kept getting colorful with dancing zombies over and over again. And eventually people turned away, but the problem this time is that people have much better games to play, which brings me to my next point. Let's be honest, Fortnite is a juggernaut in the gaming industry. It's the biggest game in the world right now, and it's free, and they do weekly updates for their game. It feels like if you don't play Fortnite on a daily basis, you're missing out on something because they managed to keep their game fresh and interesting by putting new stuff in the game. Every week, they get a new skin or a new weapon. It's crazy, and this is another reason why people are not playing World War II, because as much as I'd hate to say it, Fortnite is a better game, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Don't get me wrong, I love the World War II multiplayer mode, and I like zombies, but this game is free, and it's colorful, it's flashy, it's fresh, and innovative, and World War II is none of those things, especially when it comes to zombies. Fortnite is doing weekly updates, and we didn't even get a full-on trailer for the Shadowed Throne, and that says a lot. I haven't uploaded in almost a month, and it's not that I didn't want to upload or didn't have the time, it's just that I could talk about Black Ops 3 for ages, and I could make a lot of videos on it, but the game is old, and people don't care as much about it, so I just didn't want to work on a video about a game mode that's 3 years old and spend time and effort on it, and people wouldn't watch it because they don't even play the game anymore. And I certainly wasn't interested in making videos about World War II Zombies because I just could not think of anything interesting that was going on with that game. And I didn't want to upload Fortnite or anything like that because I'm not good at the game, I don't play it enough to be good at it, and I didn't want to do something that every YouTuber is doing right now. now. Because why would you want to watch me play Fortnite when you could watch all these other guys? I'm sorry if I went on a tangent, but the point I was trying to make is that Call of Duty in general needs to step their game up and be more innovative and pour more content into their game. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for today. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, a like on the video would be greatly appreciated. I will upload videos on the Shadowed Throne, so subscribe for that. Turn on your notifications, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.
Head, shoulders, knees, toes, look alive, it's time to go. Head, shoulders, knees, toes, look alive, it's time to go.